Snooker official YouTube page. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll not give it one.
No, I don't think you would.
He's one of a kind. uh, I remember coming home from school when I was in primary school, coming home to watch the World Championships, and Stephen Hendry was just hammering everyone. He was dominating at the time. He was my sporting hero. My dad used to play a little bit in the local leagues and that, and he took my brother and myself down once a week to the local social club and played for 2 hours there before the bar opened and the kids had to leave. So it was 2 hours every Sunday with my dad and my brother. That's how it's all started. I was very lucky in that my first professional tournament I got an invite to the Northern Ireland Trophy, and I managed to win 2 matches. I beat John Higgins and Steve Davis, and then I played Stephen Hendry in the quarter final, and it was a bit weird from just a month before watching him on TV dominating, and then a month later I'm playing him in Belfast in front of my home crowd, and I didn't handle it too well. I got absolutely battered, but I remember the whole match I just sat and watched him. I didn't even care about the score, and I didn't really know what was going on. People probably would have asked me about the game. I wouldn't have knew. I was just watching him. It was just it was very nerve-wracking, but it's just someone that I've always looked up to, so I'm not really surprised that I was that nervous. But I remember the next time I played him, it was in the UK Championships about a year later, and the whole match I never looked at him once. It was still a bit awe-inspiring, so I always looked at a point on the floor on the table and just avoided him, and I ended up beating him 9-4, so that was a good hurdle to get over. I remember the first live professional match I watched was Paul Hunter against Stephen Lee in the Masters. I think I was 15 at the time, and me and a few friends went over to watch a few of the games. We walked in, we missed the first frame, which Stephen Lee won. And the next 6, Hunter just didn't miss a shot, and I think he'd 6 big breaks, 4 centuries, chance for a 147. And I thought to myself, well, I've got a way to go yet if I'm going to match these boys. And it sort of opened my eyes to how good the players were, really, and how easy they make it look. And obviously Paul's not with us now, and I didn't really know him, but he was a great player, and he's really opened my eyes to snooker that day. I have no idea. If I was younger, I'd probably give football another go, to be honest. I was half-decent footballer when I was younger, but obviously had to choose between it and snooker, and probably made the wrong choice and chose snooker, but there we go. I can't change things, but it'd be hard to say. Snooker has been my life for the last 16 years, and I don't really know what I would do without it. As much as sometimes it frustrates the life out of me, other times it gives you highs that you just wouldn't get anywhere else. Where do I see it going? Not in the UK anyway. UK snooker's sort of dying a death, really, in the last 4 or 5 years, and the televised tournaments in the UK are getting less and less. It's being pushed now to the Middle East and the Far East. I know Barry Hearn's talking about trying to branch out into Qatar and Bahrain and places like that, and it's a sorry state of affairs for UK snooker, but for snooker in general, it's probably great. It's becoming a global sport more than it used to be always just recognised as a UK sport, but it's so international now. And obviously Ding, he's won 4 of the last 5 ranking tournaments, and he's from China, so if they can't get more tournaments in China with him doing that, then snooker's got no hope. Crucible, by a mile. There's no better feeling than walking out. I still get the goosebumps now. I've played there I think 6 or 7 years in a row, and still whenever you walk out to play your first match, goosebumps. There's so much history attached to it. Because it's such a small and cramped arena, it builds the atmosphere. There's a lot of pressure out there, and obviously the last few years haven't been too good, but I have some really good memories from playing there. And my first match obviously was against Ken Doherty. I think it was only my 2nd year on tour, and I managed to win that one, so I have some good things to look back on, but it'll be a disappointment if we don't go and win that tournament one time. Just one. The dress code. I think a little bit more casual would be better. I think it possibly puts a lot of young people off watching it, knowing we have to wear bow ties or ties and waistcoats. I think the PTCs are pretty much spot on. It still looks pretty smart with black t-shirt and black trousers, but the players are far more relaxed doing it, so maybe something along those lines. No, Tiger Woods has always been my sporting hero. No, he's been obsessed about these records of Jack Nicklaus the whole way through his career, and people have been pushing him in that direction the whole way through his career, and he's handled it very, very well. Not so much now. I used to be very superstitious. Coming to my matches, always would have prepared exactly the same way and wore the same clothes or the same cufflinks or listened to the same music. But there's so many tournaments on the calendar now, it'd be damaging to what you could do on the tour if you didn't have your Lucky Charm with you. So no, not anymore, but definitely when I was younger I had a few things that I would have done. The highs that you get in snooker, I think, are unparalleled. Obviously, I haven't experienced what footballers experience walking out onto a big pitch, or the golfers, winning majors, but in our profession, there's nothing better than winning tournaments and going out there and performing well in front of maybe hundreds or possibly thousands with millions watching on TV. It doesn't get much better than that. Just whenever? Yeah, you're ready. For more snooker videos, subscribe to World Snooker YouTube page right there.